Good day, viewers, and welcome to today's Sport Wrap Show. I'm your host, Ashwin Berry, unpacking the latest sports news. Speaking of the latest news, breaking news, and this came out just about midday. The coach of PSG, which is the team which has Mbappe and formerly had Messi, he has been arrested. His name is Christophe Galtier, and the reason for his arrest is alleged racism. With that, we'll be getting into today's hit list after the break. Let's get into the results of the third day of the African States Bowling Tournament in Windhoek. JP Foucher made his mark in the men's singles today and finished second after Wayne Roberts, 34, from South Africa with 20 points. Stephen Kimwaki of Kenya, Elayambulwa of Zimbabwe, Bevan Balendra of Botswana, and Peter Mususa of Zambia are the back markers. In the fours, Axel Kranelbull, Graham Snyman, Colin Peake, and Christo Steenkamp have 6 points after 3 rounds, with South Africa leading on 9. Kenya with 6 is also strongly placed, followed by Botswana, Zimbabwe, and Zambia. The final 2 rounds will be played today at the Trans-Namib Bowling Club. Let's have a look at the highlights.
Yes. Good day, viewers. You are joined by Brian Munango here at the Eros Bowling Club. I don't want to speak too loudly because, as you can see, people are very busy here. The competitions have already started, but we are here for the African States Championship, and we have more than 6 countries that are here participating in this prestigious event. The event hasn't taken place in Namibia for the past 10 years, so there's a lot to be excited for. As you can see, spectators are enjoying themselves as we get ready and enjoy this event. Well, we have interviews coming up your way, so please do stay tuned. Well, definitely it is a good day here at the Eros Bowling Club in Namibia, where we are enjoying the 2023 African States Bowling Tournament that is taking place here in Windhoek, where we have more than 6 countries participating and competing. But before we talk more about that, we have Michelle, who is the PRO for the Bowling Association. Let's take a listen to what she has to say.
Hi guys, my name is Michelle. I'm the Public Relations Officer for the Namibian Bowling Association, and we are here at Eros Bowling Club where the African States Tournament is being held. It is such a fantastic opportunity for us. The last time Namibia hosted was 10 years ago in 2013. The last AST was held in 2019 in Kenya, and due to COVID it was postponed, and now Namibia is hosting. We are ecstatic. Our ladies have just taken a gold medal in the falls discipline, and I just cannot explain to you how excited we are about that. Currently, the trips and the pairs are being played at Eros Bowling Club here close to Safari Court, and the men are playing at Trans-Namib in town. They are busy with the falls and the singles disciplines. Tomorrow is going to be very, very important for our men. They will be playing against South Africa, and you know there's this whole rivalry with South Africa and Namibia, so that game starts at 2 o'clock, so it's going to be crucial for both countries. And what can I say, we are just so proud to be here. We want to thank Namibia Media Holdings. They will be live streaming this event from today 2 o'clock and again tomorrow at 2 o'clock as well.
Well, as you can see, those are the ladies from Botswana.
Yes.
Skip, we have Elandri Collington, and then the lead we have Dorim Moleleki. Yes. I always struggle with the Botswana
And there's
names.
our ladies.
Yes.
Diana Viljoen and Bianca Lewis. What is nice, just a small interesting fact, these two are actually sisters.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
So very much a family game. They're keeping the sport in the family. Yes.
Keeping the sport in the family.
Let's take a look at yesterday's highlights from the ladies' pairs played at Eros Bowling Club here in Windhoek. We had the Namibian ladies, Bianca and Diana, versus the Botswana ladies, Elandri and Doreen. Bianca had such a good game yesterday, very consistent right through the whole game. And Diana as well, as you can see here, has such consistency right through the game, playing excellent bowls. Botswana ladies had such a tremendous ask to win this game. There they are trying to draw a shot, and they held shot a couple of times. But the Namibian ladies dominated this game right through, taking Botswana total score 31-6. The sisters had such good camaraderie right through the tournament, had great communication skills, dominating the game right through. When the Botswana ladies struggled to get target most of the time, the Namibians piled it in right through the game. There we have Ilandri trying her utmost best, trying to get the shot, and converted a great shot, making Botswana hold a shot there. And the Namibian lady came through and took it away. All in all, the Namibians played an excellent game right through the tournament, dominating the game and eventually taking a final score of 31-6 after 18 ends.
The Brave Gladiators of Namibia have been drawn against Equatorial Guinea in the Women's Olympic Qualifier Tournament first-round match. The Gladiators would travel on 6 July for the match scheduled for 13 July. The head coach, Paulus Shipanga, had this to say.
Right, so we are joined by Paulus Shipanga. He's the head coach of the Brave Gladiators. Well, of course, welcome to the show, Coach. And just take us through. I mean, you have assembled different girls from different clubs from the Women's Super League, of course, preparing for this match. How has training been so far?
So far, so good. We started last week. A lot of ladies had some issues of traveling and coming this side, but finally we have a full squad almost 3 or 4 players that are not there, but the rest of them are here. Very exciting young players, you know, trying to showcase their skills at a higher level. Also having the old guns, let me just put it that way, also part of the team. The likes of Lovisa them, Lady Anna them, Anna them, who hasn't been part of the team long time because of injuries and so forth. But yeah, so far we are training, we are doing well. Not too many injuries, but a bit of flu. You know, it's a bit cold here in Windhoek, so they are suffering a bit of flu. But the medical team is on it, and I hope everybody will be okay soon.
Okay, now speaking about the fitness of the players, maybe 90% of the players, would you say that the Super League has helped in that regard, you know, with the fitness? And you're looking at a country like Equatorial Guinea, have you perhaps maybe done some research on their performance so far?
Yeah, no, the league has definitely helped in terms of fitness also. It also helped in terms of giving other players a chance to be called up. Equatorial Guinea is a bit difficult to get some, you know, statistics on them, but we have tried and we are still trying to get what we can. On that day, it will just depend, you know, the first 15 minutes. If we don't get anything, we'll be cautious, but at the end of the day, like we said, our first game will be in Joburg, home game. So we need definitely to win that one so that when we go on the other side, we know what to do in the second half.
And just looking at the qualifiers at the moment, what are your aspirations, maybe personally as a coach of this women's team, and just the team, the whole team as a whole? What are your aspirations? How far do you guys want to push this?
Definitely, the first hurdle will be Equatorial Guinea. It won't be easy. We want to go past that hurdle. After that, I think we'll have Morocco. That will be, you know, one of the toughest games probably. But the ladies are full force and they want to play. They want to showcase. They're happy that we've been chosen to test ourselves between the big guns. So we just hope that we finish the first one and then concentrate on the next one.
Yeah, in terms of the support now coming from the local fans in Namibia, of course, any message maybe for the people that are following the girls, that have been following the girls?
Yeah, definitely. First of all, just want to say they should please rally behind the girls. It's not going to be easy. You know, sometimes these things seem easy, but it's not easy. We just need whole support wherever we can, encouragement, motivation, and I'm sure if we can build the characters of these girls the way we know them, we'll definitely get something out of it.
Thank you so much, Coach, and best of luck.
Thank you.
Namibian midfielder Manfred Stark has signed with TSV 1860 München FC after a standout campaign with the relegated VfB Oldenburg FC. With 6 goals, he finished the 2022-23 season in second place behind the club's top goal scorer Max Wegner, who had 7. And these were his stats as holding midfielder: 300 games, 204 games started, 96 games from the bench, 96 games subbed off, 51 goals, 31 yellow cards, and unfortunately 1 red card. Pipeline is up after the break. Let's get into the pipeline. Life Fighters Football Club will host their annual awards ceremony tomorrow, Saturday, 1 July. The club announced. Spokesperson Terry Uyamba recorded this message.
Yes, my name is Terry Uyamba, the Commercial Director of Life Fighters Football Club. Definitely we want to call upon all the sympathizers, all the supporters of Life Fighters across the globe, because on the 1st of July 2023, here in Oshuarongo at Dego Sign Hall, we'll be hosting our first ever award ceremony to celebrate the players for a great season that they come around with. I think us ending third in the top tier league, and obviously being the first team in the region, that has a lot of significance of meaning to us. So we want to call upon all the supporters, all the sympathizers to put on their purple attires and join us as we come and celebrate the players and the technical team for the great work that they have done during the season. And definitely as well, we will be announcing, there are so many things that we'll be announcing on the day. We'll be looking at announcing as well a few things that are awaiting the public there. So we'll call you all, come one, come all, wear your purple attire, let us come and support the team. Let me see.
I'm sure the players and staff will truly appreciate that award ceremony as they reflect on the year. Your take is up next. Blue Bulls announced that the Pretoria franchise will visit Windhoek on August the 26th to play against Namibia. Blue Bulls president had this to say.
Right, so with us the president of the Blue Bulls Rugby Union, Willem Strauss. So Willem, you've had a long involvement with Namibia Rugby. Maybe just take us through that, your history with Namibia, where it started, and it's been a long while actually.
Yeah, I think it started, if I'm correct, in 2002, Andrew, when I brought the South African A team, the Springbok A team, to play Namibia. 2002 or 2003 was also preparation for the next Rugby World Cup, and obviously brought the Bulls and Samoa and even the Springboks here before the British and Irish Lions Test Series. So yeah, no, very long relationship with Namibia Rugby. Glad to see that the leadership looks good and stable at this stage, and it all bodes well for Namibia's 2023 World Cup preparations.
Okay, so you guys are bringing the Blue Bulls to Windhoek again in August. So what are your expectations around that?
Yeah, our season will now finish in 2 weeks' time, and then by the time we come to Windhoek, it will be the start of our pre-season. So most likely to include many of our new signings, quite a high-profile number of players that will be involved. Should be great preparation for Namibia's World Cup, and hopefully we can get to the same kind of crowd that we had here last year and even more. Namibia is Blue Bulls country, so let's fill up the stadium and let's create one hell of a hype.
And of course, that rugby game will also serve as preparation for the Valviches, who will be looking forward to making their mark at the Rugby World Cup in France. Speaking of which, our Le Rugby Joe segment is up next.
It takes heart and all the soul. A head stuck in the game. It takes every bone in your body, all the blood in your veins. And then more blood, and more sweat, more tears, all your hopes and your dreams. It takes conquering fears. It's late nights and weekends. 6 to 6s, 9 to 5s. It takes sacrifice and suffering every moment of our lives. It takes kick after kick, being kicked when you're down. It takes fighting for hours for inches of ground. It takes every last line out, every last second spent. It takes absolute devotion. It takes 100%.
Jury Boyson, who came up with the brilliant idea of the SA Legends Coaching Clinic, speaks on the Rugby World Cup for Namibia. He played fullback in the 2003 World Cup, and this is what he had to say. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the audio on that, but we will make sure that that interview plays on your favorite sports show, Sports Rap. Stay with us, because after the break, Ari Hochad takes us globe-trotting.
Warm up your winter with the hottest deals at WB. Get 500-gram Rama margarine for $23.99, 1 kilogram Jungle Oats for $36.99, 2-liter Namilk or Maere for $42.99, 900 gram Harvest Time mixed veggies for $27.99. Plus Huggies value packs for just $169.99. Beat the chill and save more at Woermannsbroek. We care.
Okay, so as promised, here is the interview with Jury Boyson, who came up with the brilliant idea of the SA Legends Coaching Clinic.
Yeah, bo. Hey, Yuri.
Brian.
How's it going?
Nice to see you again, man.
It's been a minute. You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
You know, a lot of people don't know why we're here. A lot of people don't know why we came here for you. But I just want to remind people that you are actually a legend, you know. 2003, former Rugby World Cup player representing us at the World Cup. Let's just dive into it already. Tell me, how was 2003's World Cup for you?
A life-changing experience. It was, you know, you play rugby in Namibia and you play club rugby and when you get to a World Cup, you know, there's packed stadiums, 80,000, 60,000 people watching you play. You know, it's life-changing. You know, you get back from that and you look at the sport in itself from out of a different perspective.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was amazing.
Definitely. Okay, but look, the thing is, tough group we had going on there in 2003. I mean, we had Wallabies in the group, we had Ireland in the group, teams that were at the peaks at that point in time. Looking at rugby from then till now, I mean, we also had the coaching clinic where you brought through all these legends from South Africa. But growth-wise for rugby in Namibia, how has it been looking? How has it been looking thus far for you?
A lot of growth, Namibia has adopted, I think, the right way to explain it is to say, if you don't have the necessary funds to develop your sport, you adopt the situation where you send players to play at clubs, professional clubs, and they do the development for you. You know, because they've got the funding already. And since 2003, I can say a lot of that has happened. You know, we've got so many professional players abroad, playing in South Africa, in the local Currie Cup setup, and then playing in the European leagues, in France. We've got some players in the United States now playing. And with funding from their side, I mean, they develop our players for us. It's like a small chicklet that you know, they get adopted by the other hens. You know, I think that's kind of what we adopted here, and I think that works well for us. So, 2003, we were a complete amateur squad. I think there was 4 professional players within the squad of 30.
Wow, only 4.
Which the rest were all club players, you know, from local clubs.
Wow, I never thought of that actually.
Yeah, and if you take that from 2003 up to now, I mean, we're talking about 20 years now.
Yeah.
Within 20 years, the squad of 30 will most probably be consisting out of 80% professional players.
80% professional players.
You know, and that makes a big difference. Because now you can compete. You can actually
compete at the highest level.
Yeah, you can compete. The players also that's professional, they are more likely to play and not be frightened to play. You know.
A brilliant idea from a brilliant man. From me, Ashwin Berry, I'm going to be saying goodbye, but leaving you in the hands of another brilliant man, Ari Hochad, as he gives you a bit of the international sport. Cheers.
Good day everyone, time for international sports news, and starting off with tennis news first. It is the Eastbourne tennis tournament that continues in London. It's just a few days before Wimbledon starts, and Wimbledon, a big tournament, one of the 4 majors on the men's and women's calendar, that will start on Monday. In the women's division, some of the players showing good form leading into Wimbledon is Coco Gauff. She beat Jessica Pegula, also of the United States. She beat her by 6-3 and 6-3, and she's through to the semi-finals of the tournament. And it is also Yelena Ostapenko that's through. She had a walkover over Camila Giorgio. That was after just 1 set. And it is Dario Casastina that's also through. She beat Caroline Garcia, the second seed. So it was a good win, quite comprehensive, by 6-2 and 6-1. On the men's side, it's Michael McDonald of the United States that continue his good form. He beat Michael Imner, that was in the quarterfinals, and he's through to the semi-finals, where he will play against Francisco Candolo of Argentina. Moving on to soccer news next, and it's still a transfer news that is dominating football at the moment, and it's Chelsea that's got lots of high-profile players that they are looking to sell, and many of them do go now to other clubs. And one of the big acquisitions for Manchester United is that it's confirmed that Mason Mount, he is the Chelsea midfielder. He will from next season or this coming season play for Manchester United. Big acquisition for Manchester United. They paid 60 million euros for Mason Mount. Chelsea spent 600 million euros, so that was in the previous season to strengthen their team, but they didn't have a good season at all. In fact, they finished 12th on the log, the overall standings, and that's their worst season ever since the 1993-1994 season. That was when they finished 14th. Also for Chelsea, there's a new coach that will be in charge for the new season. That is Mauricio Pochettino, and he's very experienced. Previously, he also coached Southampton and Tottenham Hotspur. So hopefully for Chelsea's sake, that will be a better season, the new season coming up, the 2023-2024 season. Continuing international sports news with golf news, it's a US Open Seniors tournament that started. Good performances by Southern African players, 3 players from South Africa doing well. Let's first look at the leader. The tournament is being played at the Stevens Point golf course in Wisconsin. And the leader after the first round is Rod Pampling of Australia, the score of 3 under par. And in second place is Miguel Angel Jimenez on a -1. And joining him from South Africa is Retief Goosen, also on -1. So it was a difficult course. The rough is quite high, narrow fairways, and fast greens like a typical US Open setup. But also good performances by James Kingston and Ernie Els, both of South Africa. They came in with level par rounds after the first round. And some of the high-profile players that battled a little bit, one of the favourites, Padraig Harrington, he came in with a 3 over par score in his first round. And then also Bernard Langer, he came in with the even par score. And closing off today's international sports news, it's the Austrian Grand Prix, Formula 1 Grand Prix taking place on Sunday. And it's Lewis Hamilton, the Mercedes-Benz driver, that said they will be very competitive this weekend. He's impressed with all the changes that was made, upgrades that was made the past few races. And in the last race, the previous year, it was Lewis Hamilton that came in 3rd. Max Verstappen was 2nd, and Charles Leclerc won the race. Again, Max Verstappen, the big favourite for Sunday's race. But Lewis Hamilton say the changes, the upgrades made a big difference, and he can definitely contend for podium again. At the moment, Lewis Hamilton in 4th position on the points table on 102 points. Max Verstappen leading on 195. That Formula 1 race, Austrian Grand Prix on Sunday. That's international sports news for today. Hope you have a great sport day. Goodbye.